Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to Alhamd Dynamic Word. My name is Muhammad Faisal. I am your English teacher. Today our fifth lecture on grammar and composition. हमने अपने लेक्चर्स को डिवाइड कर दिया है. हम ग्रामर एंड कंपोजिशन के जो लेक्चर्स होंगे वो अलग से किया करेंगे और जो यूनिट्स के लिहाज से हैं वो लेक्चर्स अलग से किया करेंगे. आज हमारा क्लास 9th के साथ ये ग्रामर और कंपोजिशन के लिहाज से फर्स्ट लेक्चर है. इन ग्रामर एंड कंपोजिशन वी विल स्टडी ग्रामेटिकल रूल्स, स्पेसिफिकली एक्टिव वॉइस एंड पैसिव वॉइस. Some other rules like phrases we will discuss, types of phrases, and we will also discuss parts of speech in detail with their certain kinds and correction rules, so you could easily understand parts of speech. In this portion, in the portion of grammar and composition, we will also discuss letters and beside this comprehension paragraphs, and we will discuss certain words to translate and certain words to make their sentences. हम उसमें words को किस तरह से sentences में change करते हैं इसको भी study करेंगे, active voice, passive voice को भी study करेंगे. Today we are going to start active voice. Our first tense is present indefinite tense. Now first of all let me tell you what is meant by active voice. In active voice tenses our subject is active and we always put subject in the beginning of the sentence, and our subject performs action actively. As it is mentioned on the whiteboard, subject plus verb plus object. This is in fact structure of active voice sentence, in which subject is put first, then verb, then object. This is in fact active voice. Now let's move towards further our today's tense, present indefinite tense. Its definition: it refers to an action that we perform habitually in our daily life in present time. The actions we perform habitually fall under the category of present indefinite tense. It also includes universal truths and proverbs. Universal truths mean the sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west. This is in fact universal truth. It cannot be changed. Such kind of sentences are always formed into present indefinite tense. And proverbs like a rolling stone gathering no moss, barking dogs seldom bite. So these are the proverbs, adages, which remain same. So proverbs and universal truths are also included in our today's tense, present indefinite tense, and the actions we perform habitually. Now let's move towards next point, which is use of s and es. If our subject is singular, in the case of positive sentence we put s or es with first form of verb. The words that end with sounds like ch, sh, sx, we add es with such words, and other all words proceed s. So let me make it easy for you कि use of s and es. If हमारा जो सब्जेक्ट है वो सिंगुलर हो तो हम वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ s या es का इजाफा करते हैं, और ये तभी होता है जब हमारा सेंटेंस जो है वो पॉजिटिव हो। ठीक हो गया। अगर हमारा सेंटेंस नेगेटिव हो, इंट्रोगेटिव हो या नेगेटिव इंट्रोगेटिव हो, तो हम एस या एस का यूज वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ नहीं करते। अगर हमारा सेंटेंस पॉजिटिव हो और हमारा सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर हो, तो फिर हम वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ एस या एस का इजाफा करते हैं। सेकंड जो पॉइंट है अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, वो ये है कि एस और ई एस में क्या डिफरेंस है। अगर हमारा जो वर्ब है उसकी जो लास्ट साउंड्स हैं या लेटर्स हैं वो एस एच, सी एच, एक्स, एस है, तो फिर हम उसके एंड पे ई एस का एडिशन करेंगे। और अगर इसके अलावा वर्ड्स हैं तो फिर हम जस्ट एस को ऐड करेंगे एट द एंड ऑफ वर्ड्स। नाउ लेट्स सी द helping verbs of this tense. Do and does are the helping verbs of this tense. Do and does in the case of negative interrogative and negative interrogative are used as a helping verb of this tense present indefinite. Do का हम यूज करते हैं जब हमारे पास सब्जेक्ट प्लूरल हो, और डज का हम यूज करते हैं जब हमारे पास सब्जेक्ट सिंगुलर हो। सो आपको इसकी मज़ीद समझ आएगी जब हम इसकी एग्जांपल्स को देखते हैं। ये नीचे स्ट्रक्चर है इसका। फर्स्ट में हमने पॉजिटिव सेंटेंस को कंपोज किया है। पॉजिटिव सेंटेंस का जो स्ट्रक्चर है उसमें पहले सब्जेक्ट आएगा, फिर फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब आएगी, देन we will add s or es with the first form of verb, then we will put object and our sentence will be closed. Let me give you an example. वो अपने भाई को पढ़ाता है। He teaches his brother. Here you may observe he teaches his brother. Here we are putting subject, then verb, first form of verb, then we are adding es because first form of verb is ending with the sounds ch. That is why we are adding es at the end of the first form of verb. Then object, his brother. He teaches his brother. Here we are not using helping verbs do or does, because I have told you do and does are only used in the case of negative, interrogative and negative interrogative sentences. In the positive sentences, do and does are not used in present indefinite tense. Now second sentence is in fact negative sentence. The form of negative sentence is subject plus do or does plus first form of verb plus first form of verb and plus object. Here we are adding not in order to make it negative. Subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb plus object. अब आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे हमने वर्ब की जो फर्स्ट फॉर्म है उसके साथ एस या ई एस का इजाफा नहीं किया। वाई? व्हाट इज रीजन? आई हैव टोल्ड यू एस और ई एस आर ओनली यूज्ड in the case of positive sentences in this tense present indefinite. In the case of negative sentences and in the case of interrogative sentences and in the case of negative interrogative sentences, we don't use s or es with the first form of verb. This is in fact its rule. So you may look on the whiteboard and you may observe by yourself s plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Here we are not adding S or ES with the first form of verb. वो अपने भाई को नहीं पढ़ाता है. He does not teach his brother. Now, third form of sentence. Third form of sentence is in fact interrogative. In the case of interrogative sentence, we always put helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. As you may observe on the whiteboard, do and does are being put in the beginning of the sentence in this time in the case of interrogative sentence. Do or does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. Here we have do and does in the beginning of sentence, then subject, then first form of verb, then object. क्या वो अपने भाई को पढ़ाता है? Does he teach his brother? So this is in fact interrogative sentence structure. Now let's move towards fourth form of the verb, fourth form of the sentence. Fourth form of the sentence is called negative interrogative. In the case of negative interrogative sentence, we again put helping verbs in the beginning of the sentence, but here we also put not. Its structure is do or does plus subject plus not plus first form of verb plus object. क्या वो अपने भाई को नहीं पढ़ाता है? या हम इसको प्लूरल में अगर कर दें, क्या वो अपने भाई को नहीं पढ़ाते हैं? Do they not teach their brother? So I think you have understood. In order to make your better understanding, you should go on internet, sort it down, and you may study it extensively in order to increase your knowledge further. But now you are required to practice this tense in home, so you could easily best perform in your exams. Thank you, students. God bless you.